The Provost's Council on Student Honors has selected Anne-Marie Atanga to be this year's student speaker. Anne-Marie is a soprano and an aspiring neurologist from Flint, Michigan. She's a junior pursuing 2 undergraduate degrees, one in neuroscience from the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts, and one in voice performance from the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. She received the William J. Brandstrom Freshman Prize for ranking in the top 5% of her class. Anne-Marie complements her studies with extracurricular work. At the Concussion Center, she helped gather baseline brain data from student athletes. She also has worked for the Michigan Neuroprosthetics Design Team and at the Frankel Cardiovascular Center. She teaches piano to underrepresented children at Our Own Thing, a local organization, and sings and plays piano for dementia patients. This May, Anne-Marie will debut as a soprano soloist in Carmina Burana with the Flint Symphony Orchestra. Anne-Marie, welcome.
Thank you, Provost Macaulay, for those kind words. I'll never forget the day that the esteemed African-American poet, Nikki Giovanni, spoke here at the University of Michigan last winter. It was a cold and snowy afternoon that I had planned to spend studying in the Rackham building. But upon entering the lobby, I was engulfed in a large crowd waiting to see the one and only Nikki Giovanni. Now, I have to be honest, I had no idea who that was. So, I let my curiosity take over and decided to attend. And from the moment I took my seat, I was delighted by an hour of poetry, witty banter, and candid conversations from the then 79-year-old. One thing she said really stuck out to me. To paraphrase, she said, "You don't go to school for yourself. You go to school so that your ancestors up above can say, my grandbaby is going to be an engineer or a doctor or a somebody." She made me realize that we are all extensions of those who came before us. And that was something I really needed to hear after failing organic chemistry. Yeah. It was an obstacle that you could say I had to rise above. After graduating as my high school's valedictorian and attending the University of Michigan's Honors Convocation as an awardee, this was an academic blow that I did not know how to handle. The only thing I could do was swallow my pride and humbly retake the class. Now, anytime I give a speech, I always talk about how my grandparents spent their whole lives in Cameroon, Africa, and they didn't know how to read or write until their mid-30s. Even still, they put all 10 of their children through school, and now many of their grandchildren are pursuing education in the United States. It's a fact that reminds me of the power of purpose. I'm able to give this speech today because the ones that came before me were relentless in rising above. So in turn, we have to rise above, not for ourselves, but for the ones who may come after us. In this life, there will be much harder challenges than failing Orgo or not getting an A for a semester. Some of us are already feeling the weight of such challenges while dealing with the academic rigor of this university. But the way we strive to rise above these challenges will teach us how to rise above the harder ones, the ones that we may face after our time at the University of Michigan, in the workplace, with family, and many others. And as these obstacles come up, I urge you to not take them for granted. Make the most of them. Learn from them. There is no challenge presented to you that you cannot face. And when times get tough, continue to remember this. We rise above not for ourselves, but for the ones who may come after us. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne Marie, for your insightful remarks on today's convocation theme. On this 101st Honors Convocation, we are gathered here to celebrate the academic achievements of our most distinguished students. In doing so, we also honor the faculty who instruct and inspire them, as well as the family and friends who made such superlative achievement possible. As extraordinary